You know those places that are just overrun with tourists?
Yeah, like almost theme park versions of themselves. Yeah,
Exactly.
right.
Well, today we're going deep into a spot that's the total opposite.
Oh, cool. Where are we headed?
The Ring of Beara.
The Ring of Beara. Okay.
Yeah, in Southwest Ireland.
I've heard of the Ring of Kerry.
Yes.
Is it anything like that?
Kind of. It's like the less famous, more rugged version.
Okay, so instead of tour buses, we're talking winding roads.
Exactly. And hidden coves, ancient ruins.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can actually escape the crowds there and experience, like, real Ireland.
I like it already.
Our sources say it's a peninsula, straddling County Cork and County Kerry.
Okay, so 2 counties, got it. What else? What makes this place so special?
Well, this area is, like, really steeped in history.
Like castles and stuff.
Way more than just a few castles.
Oh, wow.
Think over 600 historical sites.
600. Okay, we're not going to cover all those.
Definitely not.
But of all those sites, is there one that stands out?
There's one called Beara Stone Circle.
Okay, a stone circle. Sounds pretty standard for Ireland.
Yeah, but this one is different.
How so?
Well, it's positioned so that, like, on the winter solstice,
Mm-hmm.
the setting sun aligns perfectly with the stones
Oh, wow.
and lights up the center of the circle.
Interesting. So it's like a window into how ancient people understood astronomy.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
And speaking of ancient, our sources mention something called the Hag of Beara.
The Hag of Beara. What's that?
It's this mysterious rock formation.
Okay.
Picture this weather-beaten rock face just jutting out from the cliffs.
Okay, I can see it. Overlooking the Atlantic.
Right.
Right.
And local legend says it's a prehistoric goddess.
Turned to stone.
Yeah,
Whether you believe the myth or not, it sounds pretty atmospheric.
definitely. So we've got ancient history, but what about the people who live there today?
Yeah, is it all just ruins and myths?
No. Think charming villages, nestled in valleys.
Okay, I like it.
Houses huddled around a harbor,
Cute.
bustling with fishing boats.
I bet the seafood is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
What about the people, though?
Apparently they embody, like, that famous Irish warmth.
Okay, so good food and good company.
Exactly. Speaking of the food, one village, Castletown Bear.
Castletown Bear.
It has one of the biggest fishing ports in all of Europe.
Wow, so it's not just the freshest catch.
No.
I'm picturing like a cozy pub
Yes,
with panoramic views,
definitely.
traditional music,
You got it.
stories from the locals. Sounds incredible.
It does. And it's not just about food. It seems like this place has everything. History, nature, culture. What else?
Well, one thing that stood out to me was the art.
The hard scene.
Yeah, like all that dramatic landscape, the slower pace of life,
Mhm.
it attracts artists and craftspeople.
You're not just going to find, like, cheesy tourist souvenirs.
Right. It's all unique stuff created by people inspired by the Ring of Beara itself.
That's cool. So you could visit a studio, talk to the artist.
Yeah, get a real feel for the creative energy.
Okay. So history, nature, art. What about activities? Hiking, maybe?
Oh, yeah, definitely. There are trails for serious hikers.
Oh, cool.
Like the Climb Up Hungry Hill.
Hungry Hill.
You get amazing views of the whole peninsula.
Awesome. And for those of us who aren't, into serious hiking.
Don't worry, there are gentler coastal paths too.
Nice. And what about cycling?
Oh, it's a cyclist's paradise.
Cool.
The Healy Pass is a must-do.
Okay, the Healy Pass. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, you're winding up this mountain pass
Mm-hmm.
with views of Glanmore Lake and Kenmare Bay just unfolding in front of you.
Amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's not just the views. Apparently cyclists love it there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they say the roads are really quiet.
Yeah.
And the drivers are super friendly.
Sounds pretty idyllic.
It does.
Okay, so stunning scenery, ancient history, friendly locals, amazing seafood, art, hiking, cycling.
It's a lot.
It is. It's almost like too good to be true. But I'm thinking some people, they might find all this history and ruggedness a bit much.
Isn't there a risk of it feeling, like, isolated?
Oh, definitely. The Ring of Beara isn't for everyone.
Right.
Yeah, you're not going to find like the same touristy stuff as other parts of Ireland.
So it's more for travelers who, like a bit of adventure.
Yeah, and who appreciate like the beauty of unspoiled nature.
Exactly. So I was thinking, have you heard any stories about the people who live there?
Like the locals.
Yeah, it just seems like the kind of place that would attract some, well, interesting folks.
Oh, for sure. One source talked about this fisherman,
Okay.
but he's also like a storyteller.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so he takes people out on his boat and tells them all these stories about like mythical creatures and shipwrecks.
Wow. So he's bringing the history of the area to life.
Exactly.
That's amazing. Okay, But let's get practical for a second.
Okay.
What advice would you give someone planning a trip to the Ring of Beara?
Well, first I'd say don't rush it. This isn't a place to just like pick things off a list.
So ditch the itinerary and just embrace the unexpected.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's also good to do some research beforehand, like choose a few things you definitely want to see.
Okay, so find a balance.
Yeah, exactly.
What about getting around? Can you rely on public transport?
You could, but honestly, I'd recommend a car,
Okay,
especially if you want to see the more remote areas.
makes sense. And what about accommodation?
You'll find lots of like cute bed and breakfasts, guest houses, small family-run hotels. Nothing too fancy.
That's perfect. Sounds right up my alley.
Oh, one more thing. The weather can be unpredictable even in summer.
Oh, right.
So pack for everything. Definitely bring a raincoat and good shoes.
That's good advice. All right, so as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, what stands out to you most about the Ring of Beara? Like, what's the one thing you think our listeners should take away? For me, it's that sense of discovery.
Yeah.
Like stepping back in time
Right.
and experiencing a side of Ireland that most tourists never get to see.
Totally. I think it reminds us that there are still places out there
Yeah.
where you can just escape.
Escape the crowds
Exactly.
and reconnect with nature, with history, even with yourself,
Yeah, it's like the Ring of Beara is calling out.
to a certain type of traveler,
Absolutely. Someone looking for something more.
more than just a vacation.
Right. They crave that authenticity.
Yeah.
Drawn to the wild beauty. Open to the unexpected.
The people who appreciate a good story,
Yes.
a warm welcome, the
Definitely.
simple pleasures of life,
It's a place to wander, to explore, to get lost in the moment.
and to come back feeling refreshed.
And inspired.
So to our listeners, if you're feeling that call to adventure, that yearning for something authentic,
Yeah.
consider adding the Ring of Beara to your travel list.
Do your research, pack your bags.
And prepare to be enchanted.
Buy this hidden gem on the edge of Ireland.
And if you're looking for more deep dives into fascinating topics like this one,
Yes.
be sure to subscribe to our newsletter.
Definitely.
We deliver curated knowledge and intriguing insights straight to your inbox every week.
It's the perfect way to stay curious and inspired.
Until next time.
Keep exploring.